My suitcase weighed about 14 kilograms more when I returned from Milan. But even though I brought back all of these perfumes, one of the most valuable things I left Milan with were the conversations I had with creators, with brand owners, perfumers, PR companies. That is what I think is going to be more fruitful in the months to come, but I'll save that for another video because we're all here for the haul. Quick disclaimer, boxes did not survive the baggage limits of the airlines, so all I have with me are bottles and a few discovery kits. Think of this as a collection of first impressions and me just giving rough information as to why I chose these fragrances from the companies. To get this haul on the road, we're going to start with the discovery kits. We've got some samples from Scent of Africa. It was in a much nicer box, but we have a discovery kit from Widian. Got this nice little bag from Fugazi that I can keep a lot of the samples and everything inside. A discovery set from Mind Games. This has Mentor and Prodigy inside. A discovery kit from Jeroboam and Javoy. Discovery kit from PO1. Black Cliff's discovery kit. This is a Bayesian brand and the owners, one of the nicest people I actually met on this trip, so I really, 10 points. A discovery kit from Mason Mataha. A discovery kit from Pernoir. It sounds like I'm just gonna say everyone was my favorite people, but we're gonna speak about these guys later on. Alexandra J has some new fragrances coming out and I was able to get a discovery kit of their scent. I also got a few samples from people like Decita. I bumped into the guys at House of Cosmo and I got 2 of their fragrances. Mwah. But my favorite discovery kit from the whole trip has to be the Bodacia, the Victorious ones. I got the Sapphire collection, so that was really great to get my hands on. Now, let's get into the bottles. We got Lafayette, Cassiel, Black Cliff, Look of Love. We have Sisology On The Sofa and Deep Down. Now, On The Sofa is one of the softest, freshest scents that I've ever experienced, and it's the only one I really have in my collection, so I was very excited to get my hand on this. Sarah Baker, I got Velvet Vendetta and Vava Vanilla. Attar Al-Has, I got Leather Effecto and Radiant Peridot. I would have loved to have Skin Musk. This is not the conversation for that, but I think I'm going to do a video on the bottles I wish was also in my collection that I experienced at Esxence. But yes, I got Iris Catalina from Bon Parfumer. Very cool guy as well. We're practically best friends now. Went to the Nashani launch and received 3 15 mls of Fan Your Flames 100 Silent Ways and their newest release, Thorns Become Roses. Unique Luxury Mangonificent. This bottle is sentimental to me. It holds a very, very funny memory, but we'll leave that for another day. PO1, The Duchess. I've saved my favorites till last. I think we've got about 9 or so left, so let's go through some. Oh, actually, I've just seen some more. I got some samples from Lorenzo Pizzaglia. Pink Milk was my favorite that I smelled from there. Oh, I also got Tomovici. I got Tomovici samples as well, so I was happy about that. Finished Siren's Veil immediately. Now onto my top 9 in no particular order. Let's start with Sissa from Mind Games. Now, they weren't exhibiting, however, one of my friends gifted me with this. Which one should I go with first? Okay, cool. Il Padrino by Sospiro. I had heard a lot about this brand and the juice does not disappoint. Ooh, this is techie. Okay, cool. Let's go with, not that one. There's so much. We have Pantheon Aromas Dolce Mio, and this just released, I think, 2 days ago. The conversations I had at this booth were a milestone point for me in my content creation career, so I really appreciate this brand much more now. Yeah, special place in my heart. I have Escapade Gourmand. This is easily in my top 10 fragrances now, and they also have a new release coming out very soon, which I'm excited to get my hands on, but I'm happy that I've got this. This is this is something. I was going to buy Black Guava because I really want Black Guava in my collection. I think they had packed it away, so I was gonna buy Corpse Secret, but he gifted this to me, so I really appreciate the guys at Born to Stand Out for this one. Tom at Brodian, Rumea. I smelt this at the Nice Show London. This is easily in my top 10 scents, and this was, I believe, the crowd's favorite at the Nice Show. And this brand needs to be shouted about. It's perfect all year round. Every scent in his collection has pineapple, I believe, in it. This one has coconut in it as well. So it's coconut water, but This is a very good scent, very good. This is definitely within my top 10 as well. Vanille Mafonia, I already have a little bit of a dent in this, and that's crazy. But I really appreciate what this brand stands for in regards to how they use ingredients from Africa and really try to champion the continent. And I'm just happy that it doesn't sacrifice the quality of the fragrance for the mission. This is a beautiful scent, and they've also got 2 other ones that I really need in my collection. But yes, this is another one I received. And then the last 2, let's go with, okay, I know which one I'll do it in. We have Chris Collins Forbidden Apple. Now this is the only fragrance that I bought on this trip. Chris Collins is not really available in London. However, this is one of the juiciest, this is the best apple fragrance I've ever smelled. Chris Collins gave me a little bit of a posing masterclass as well. I was at that booth practically every day. Great guy. So yeah, Forbidden Apple. And then the last fragrance I received, I'm not sure if it's been released yet, but it's Tales of Zanzibar Golden Hour. The founder of Memoirs of a Perfume Collector is one of the most down-to-earth, genuine, authentic, passionate people that I've come across. And when I sat down with him through a consultation, I realized we had some similarities in our stories that I didn't actually even divulge to him, but it is a brand that I'd love to work with much more closely and champion their fragrances, because they've got 4 coming out. Each one a banger. Each one a banger. I'm not even sure if I can talk about it. That's my Esxence haul 2026. I'm going to do a follow-up video talking about the fragrances that I wish I received as PR or gifting, and explain why. But to all the houses, to all the brands that I had conversations with, that gifted me, that swapped a business card with me, I appreciate you guys so much. Especially, for example, Filthy Brands, Bodacia de Victorious, Per Noir, Afrique en Reserve, Chris Collins, Fumi Monet. Now I haven't got anything from Fumi Monet, but met her and she's a star. She's actually a star, and I didn't feel like I was just talking to somebody with all of these followers that has been in the game for so long. That I'll say one thing, especially when meeting creators that have been in the game for years before. There was some where it just felt like here they're doing fan love. Oh, okay, go to the side. But there was some like Fumi Monet. Fumi Monet shocked me completely. She's an amazing person, and I'm also excited for her launch that's coming up with Influxious. So if you've made it to this part of the video, I've tagged her in the comments. Please go and follow the page or check it out. Subscribe for a newsletter, because when they release, you'll be upset to not get your hands on one.